Hey y'all, it's the Arm Dude here. Hey, well, I'm back for another video on how to create your own custom BIE or Business Insights Explorer view using the stock views that comes with the software. Now in this example, we're going to focus on the rental item view and show you how you can create your own custom pricing schedule. And today let's concentrate on one that shows us our monthly and daily rate, as well as our quantity on hand and quantity on rent. And we're going to group it all by product line. So stay tuned, get ready to do some pointing and clicking, and let's go create your custom pricing schedule in BIE. Okay, to go in and create a pricing schedule for our rental items, we go into the Explore folder under our ARM folder, and in this case we're going to work in the rental item view. Okay, now keep in mind in this demonstration we're going to create a pricing schedule based on our monthly rate, which also has a daily rate that we can prorate at. So we're going to have two different rates there. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is to go in and modify this so that we get rid of a lot of columns that we're not going to use. I'm going to keep these first three. I'm going to drag some of these others off the screen. Okay. Now if you've seen some of the other videos, you also know that I can go in and select the different ones that I want to use by just checking the checkbox here, deselecting it or selecting it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these that we're not going to use, and we'll just keep going through that process. Okay. We'll just keep going on. I want to go ahead and leave my total quantity on hand in place. I'm going to get rid of these escalation rates. We can use those for a different pricing schedule. And we'll get rid of our pro rata rates. We're working on monthly and daily, so I'm going to leave these two columns. And since I left total quantity on hand, let's go ahead and do the same thing and leave quantity on rent. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and get rid of these other two columns here. And now we've narrowed this down to where we're looking at the item description, product line, quantity on hand, quantity on rent, and then the rates. Let's go ahead and move this quantity on hand over here and drop it so that we see that right next to the quantity on rent. Now what I want to do is let's go ahead and group this by product line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this right up here, and now our items are grouped by product line. Okay, and what I see here is I have my monthly rate and my daily rate for each one of the items here. Okay, now this can be important as inventory changes are made, as pricing changes are made in inventory rather. These will be immediately reflected in this view. So at any time you can come into this view, look at your pricing schedule, and be able to see what your current rate is. Now you can also do some other things from this screen. First off, let's say that we have a request for some scaffolding. And I want to go in, and in this case I'm going to do a look for, and I'm going to say product line, and here I'm going to say scaff. Okay, that's my product line code for scaffolding, and I'll say find next. And now what I'll see is it's popped me down here into that group, and I can see all of my different inventory items for each one of those. Now I could have built a filter here as well and saved that for as a separate pricing schedule for just scaffolding, but here I just wanted to take advantage of the scaffolding or the search function and look up scaffolding in my primary pricing schedule based on the monthly daily rate. Okay, and I could have also, you'll notice that when I want to do a search, I can search on any of the columns that are showing in my screen. So I could have searched on description, item, product line. Those would typically be the fields that you'll be searching on in this type of view. Now some other things that you can do from the screen is if you go in and highlight an item, and let's just grab one here that I know has some activity, this first one here. If I highlight it, what I can see is the various transactions that have taken place with that particular item. I can also go out and see, change here to contract items. I can see all the different contracts that this line item has shown up on as well. And you can see some of the other options here. I could see my vendors for this item, as well as if there are any purchase order history for this item. So this is how you would go in and create a pricing schedule. Once you've finished that, you can go in and save it. So we're going to say save setting as pricing schedule, and I'm going to put the type. In this case, it's monthly-daily. That's my pricing schedule, and I'll go ahead and save this as a public view. And once I've done that, you can see that now it's available, and you can see that I have some other pricing schedules that I've built previously. So this is a way to go in and be able to easily keep up a price list, not have to go in and edit that. As you make changes in inventory, they will immediately be reflected over into this screen, and it's a great tool to use just for a quick pricing inquiry. So we hope you take advantage of some of this and get some use out of the rental item view that's available in Business Insights Explorer. Thanks, folks.